What's going on, guys? It is Bernardo, and today is all about creating 3 Debian NGINX containers with Docker Compose. Yes, Docker Compose. So let's get right into it. All right, so today is all about using Docker Compose to create 3 or more containers at the same time. Pretty cool. So let's get right into it. Bam. So I have a folder within my C drive with 3 files. One is the .docker ignore file, docker-compose.yml, and the Docker file. The Docker Compose file is the one that we are going to call out to create our multiple containers in one shot. The Docker file is the one with the secret sauce, pulling the Debian image and configuring it. Now, I'm not going to go over all these files with you, but what I am going to do is at the very end, I'm going to show you the code, and I am working on each of these files and adding a lot of comments because I am going to upload them into my GitHub repository so you guys can get a copy of it. And again, I am updating the comments so you guys can understand each line, but I'm not going to go over it during this video because the video will be too long. So let's head over to my desktop, and on my desktop, I have the Docker desktop up and running. And the reason why I'm showing you this because I don't have any images, so I don't want you to, think that I did any type of black magic and everything was working with no problem. There's no images, and that's a good thing. So I'm going to click on Start, and I am going to type in CMD. From here, make sure you run it as an administrator. You're going to get a user account control prompt. Just click yes to continue, and you should get the prompt. Awesome. Now, the first command that we're going to run will be the following. And I'm going to hit enter here. Now, within my directory, I already have all those 3 files, and it's pretty simple to start everything off. We need to type in the following command. Docker Compose with a switch of F and the name of your YAML file up and a parameter of -- build, hit enter. Boom, it's going to start doing its thing. It's going to start pulling the images. It's going to start creating the containers. You should see this. It's going to start attaching your containers with no problem. Now, if you open up another command prompt, which I did, and you type in the following command, docker ps, and you hit enter, you should see, depending how many containers you created. For me, I created 3. I see all 3 of them with the port that I configure for each individual container for me to hit them, because again, we are creating a website using NGINX. They're up and running with no problem. So if we head into the Docker desktop app, we should see our images. They're running. And if we go into the container, we see only 1 container, but if you expand your container, you're going to see all 3 instances that we created using our Docker Compose file. Now, if you open up a browser, any browser is up to you, and you type in the URL plus the port that you define within your Compose file, which for me was this, and I hit enter, I open up another tab, and I did the same thing for my second container, which is a different port. And last but not least, I open up another tab, and I went to my third container, and I enter that information, and bam. For 1, 2, and 3, I changed the port to 8001, 8002, 8003, but it's up to you how you want to configure it. All right, so it's time for us to look at those files that we inserted into that directory that we created. Now, I'm not going to go over the code. I am building out the files for you guys and adding a bunch of comments to drop it into my repository so you could download it, play around with it, read the comments, tweak it, and do what you need to do. Now, so I like to use VS Code. Bam. The first file is this. So let's pause the video, take a look at it. Again, I'm not going to explain it because it's going to make the video super long and you guys drop off right away. The other file would be the Docker Compose. This is the secret sauce. This is where you're actually creating your 3 containers or more. So if you want, you can actually just copy this entire thing right here, paste it, do DEB4, DEB5. DEB basically is Debian. That's the type. You're able to change it. It's up to you. And just make sure you configure the ports properly. And then last but not least, this is the Docker file. This is where it's pulling the images, updating the image and doing all that crazy stuff. As you can see, I'm already adding some of the comments for you guys. I'm going to add more into it, like break it down to each line by line so you guys could have a better understanding of this, because again, I don't want to go over all 43 lines of code with you guys during this video. And that's it. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.